Before we get started here, I just wanted to let the YouTube algorithm know that I am a fully licensed medical grower in Canada, where it is fully legal. I have paperwork to back it up. Everything I do is 100% within the law of my country. And this is for documentation and entertainment purposes only. Holy crap. It has been brutally hot here. Hi everybody, CANNABEARD Grows here. How the heck are you doing? I hope you're keeping cool. Holy smokes. I got heat stroke this week. Fun. I've been sick for a couple of days now with the dizzies, the headaches, the non-stop sweating, a little bit of vomiting the first night. Not that you needed to know that, but you know, heat exhaustion slash heat stroke, whatever the hell it is fucking an awful thing, man. It's been just wreaking havoc on me for the past couple of days here. Whew. This cold cloth is my best friend right now, I tell you. Oh, fuck. Okay. On the note of heat, the outside stuff has been kind of struggling in the heat a little bit, and because it's so hot, I have not been able to get out there to properly defoliate that. I'll go over that in just a second. Also, this room right here isn't a bad temperature, but that's because I bought a little air conditioner at a thrift shop. On sale. Got it for 35 bucks. Good deal. No hose. No hose. So I had to like Mickey Mouse a hose thing here. I'll show you. Yeah, I literally duct taped a taper down and then put some put some tent ducting on it. But it's a short path to the window right here. Here's the window. I had it on the floor down here, but it was traveling too far through the hose, and the hose was getting so hot that it was raising the temperature in the room anyway. So I put it up here on the top of the desk thing here, so that it's only a shorter path for the heat to escape, and it's been helping. So I've turned down the main lights and that under canopy lighting down there to 10%, but I've got the reds, the far reds, and the blues going. I've read in a couple of different topics where the blues help fatten up the buds in the very last week. And holy smokes, yeah, we'll have to get in here. They're looking really good. Wow, holy crap, the smell that's just coming out of here. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. So we'll take a look at the trichomes here in a second. I don't know that they're entirely ready. The last time I looked, they were still just pretty milky, but these back buds are so fat and hanging. We got buds hanging in the back. This one here broke over again. They're just too heavy. I've done too well this time. That's a good thing. But yeah, look at this. We got buds dangling down here. Yeah, there's a few danglers for sure. But yeah, we got fat looking buds here. I'm really happy with the outcome. This is the one that's got the bit of foxtailing on it, but it's just the one. This one right here beside it, same string, no foxtailing. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's looking good. You've also noticed a little bit of color change in the leaves, as I've only been feeding for the past couple of days just water. No more nutrients. That's it. You guys get maybe like a couple of drops of nutrients, but basically they're getting starved of nutrients at this point. And I'm going to cut them down soon. So let's take a look at the microscope thing and get the heck out of here, because I'm freaking smoking hot already. Okay, so this thing can be a little hard to hold on to one-handed here, but I'll do my dangdest. Yeah, lots of milky. Let's get it on this one here. It's hard to get a good angle with the one hand. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see some amber. I saw some. Yep, there's some. So, yeah, I figured the back one there is closer anyway. Yeah, we're gonna. This is done. I'm gonna let it go maybe a couple more days here with the low light, and then I'm gonna harvest it. Yep, looking pretty good. Man, look at that bud in the back though. Holy smokes. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Wow, look at that. That's the Pineapple Express back there. By the way, both of these strains, Peanut Butter Breath and Pineapple Express, both came from Coastal Mary seeds. So I'll put my, I'm dropping stuff. I'll put the discount code here up on the screen. Use my name, CANNABEARD25. Save yourself 25% off. Once again, that's Coastal Mary Seeds. Thank you very much, Coastal Mary Seeds. Love you guys. But first, before we get any further here into the show, we need to take a moment and thank today's sponsor, MARSHYDRO. Thank you very much, MARSHYDRO. I've been growing with MARSHYDRO almost exclusively for many years now, and I truly do love their products. If you want to love their products, use my name as a discount code. Save yourself a couple of bucks. Everybody likes saving some money. And if you're going to use some products, you might as well use Mars products because they're some of the best around, and save yourself a couple of bucks while you're doing it. So thank you very much, MARSHYDRO, for continuing to support the channel. Anyway, thank you very much, MARSHYDRO. Now, let's get back to the show. Okay, so many of you noticed last week that I had a spider mite infestation in the clone tent there. And so I've got this. I had this stuff already. This works actually really good, but you can't use it during flower. And that tent over there is totally full of flowers. However, there seems to be no bugs in there. Thank God. It's what I'm going to do, or it's what I've been doing, pardon me, is I've been spraying this in the little clone tent. I threw out the mother and the 2 baby clones, the 2 small ones. They're gone. So the only things that are left are the 3 that I needed. I've sprayed the living crap out of them with this. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same for my outdoor stuff. Just because I tend to, you know, come and go and go in and out of the house sometimes and stuff. And so this is a concentrate. If you look in there, it's kind of like a, looks like, I don't know, canola oil or something. And then you pour a little bit into there and give it a swirl, and it goes all milky instantly. Anyway, let's put a little more in there. There we go. That should be fine. And that's what I've been spraying the little clone tent with. And I'm going to have to go out and spray the outside with as well. So let's go do that real quick. Okay, so before I spray this, I want to address it's been hot as heck, and if you look, it's smoky as heck too. You can't even see the sky properly. That's because forest fires all over the friggin' place. So cross your fingers for us that we'll be all right. Anyway, I just got to hose these down. I should have done a big defoliation this week. I had planned on it. But the reality is, it's been so fucking hot, and I've gotten like a heat stroke thing already once this week, and I just don't want to do it again. It's just something awful. So I am going to just hose these down. I'm only going to spray it as much as I sort of can here for the film, but I'll make sure to hose everything down real good and get under everything and soak these puppies good. Again, I don't see any damage, but you know, by the time you see damage, it might be too late already. There's, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I got to get out of here pretty quick. I can't stay out in this heat too much longer. I've been getting pretty dizzy spurts from the heat exhaustion or whatever the hell. Anyway, the outside's looking good, overgrown if anything, and needs a defoliation, but that'll have to wait for a cool night. Okay, so while we're at it here, let's go into this 2x4 tent and spray everything down. You can kind of see by the shiny darkness of the leaves that I've already been doing this, but I'm going to do it again here. So we give it a good overall coverage spray, then we get down low and get everything. Make sure underneath we're spraying upwards kind of thing. And I might even do a little tiny bit of a soil drench, but honestly, I think after spraying the tent like this, that'll probably curb it. They're looking all right, other than the fact that they did have the spider mites for a minute. I really hope that they continue to grow fine and that didn't spread, because I can't afford to get that into the flowers behind me. On that note, before I close this tent up, I do go out of my way to make sure that I'm not going directly from this tent into the other tent. I try to stagger it by many hours or something like that, or change of clothes or whatever. I do not go straight from inside to outside or outside to inside or from this tent to the other. I tend to try to stagger them as best as possible to avoid any cross-contamination. Well, folks, that's all I got for today. Thank you very much for hanging out with me here today. Try and stay cool. Oh, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe and all that YouTube action if you're not already. And I'll see you next week for harvest. Cheers.